What will happen to Donald Trump once Project 2025 is implemented? Donald Trump probably actually thinks he will serve a full term and then go on to serve further terms for as long as his health holds. Chances are Trump thinks upon his death he'll be succeeded by one of his sons, as with the Kim family. If so, this would completely overlook what everyone in the Republican Party would be thinking. Everyone seems to have forgotten the fact that the Republican Party never wanted Trump as its candidate. They accepted the inevitable once Trump had won enough delegates to secure the nomination. When Trump unexpectedly won, they tried to make the best of it. They were appalled when Trump made excuses for the Saudis in the matter of the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, and infuriated when Trump, after claiming he could handle Vladimir Putin, emerged from their meeting in Helsinki vanquished and made excuses for Putin, believing him over his own intelligence services. Does anyone think the leader of a great nation acts like this? Does anyone think the Republican Party will put up with more of the same? Does anyone seriously think this child man with more psychological disorders than you could poke a stick at will be able to handle real men like Putin and Xi Jinping? As soon as Project 2025 has been implemented, the useful idiot will have outlived his usefulness to the Republican Party. He would then be an obstacle to Republican plans for further changes, one which would have to be removed. His removal would not happen the same way as with President Kennedy, because that would be completely unnecessary. His many legal issues would then work in his favour, at least in this respect. It is fair to assume that the deferral of the court cases against him is part of a plan to dispose of him from the presidency once he has signed into law everything the congressional Republicans want. The court cases would then proceed, he would be convicted and sentenced to a stretch in jail, and the Republicans would support moves to remove him from office. J.D. Vance would become president. Alternatively, J.D. Vance and the congressional Republicans could leak anecdotal stories about Trump's crazy behaviour towards White House aides, officials and domestic staff, and claim that he meets the criteria necessary for his removal from office under the terms of the 25th Amendment. He would be declared unfit for office, and the measures necessary for his removal would be implemented in Congress. The result would be the same. J.D. Vance would become president. The only way Trump's cult members and other supporters have of retaliating against the Republican Party for their intent to dump him as soon as he has outlived his usefulness to them is by using their votes to prevent them getting what they want. This would be by doing something counterintuitive, voting for Kamala Harris. They would be doing their man, Donald Trump, a favour because losing to Kamala Harris will be much less humiliating for him than being dumped by the Republicans. They would also be doing themselves a favour by raising the chances that the USA could reverse its disastrous fiscal course and be diverted from the path to self-destruction.